Tell her I'm ready, the check coming heavy. I bought them made busy, no this ain't a Chevy. The king of my city, can't nobody check me. They know where I'm at if they coming to get me. I've been in the pocket like he's in a wallet. If you think you got it, then pull up and bet me. I'm keeping it solid and just being honest. You ain't gotta like me, but gotta respect me, make it. Boy, if you ain't talking paper, I tell Shorty spin around and watch it. Every time I hit the stage, I make it. Yeah, I just pull up to the crib and then boy, if you ain't talking paper,
We're the Miami Dolphins, Miami Dolphins, Miami Dolphins.
A city known for its incredible skyline, its nightlife and beaches, today centered around this venue, Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami. Today, our draw features two from the AFC, between the Buffalo Bills and the Miami Dolphins. All right, football fans, settle in because we got bragging rights on the line in this one. Kate, Scott, Brock Hewer here with you as we get set for a division rematch. Brock, one side seeking the sweep, and the other looking for some revenge after how that first showdown went.
What do they say about familiarity? Familiarity does what?
It breeds something, Brock. It breeds, contempt.
It breeds contempt. Yeah. These teams don't like each other. They can fake it. They can say all the right things in the paper. They don't want any bulletin board material. But the fact is, you know your division foes better than anybody, and they know you. And that familiarity does bring a little extra heat into this matchup.
And he's brought down just inside the 25. So here come the Bills for their opening drive. They're led out by someone who's fought through the doubters all through his career, and he just keeps putting up numbers. Jared Goff.
A win is a win for him, whether he goes for 400 yards and 5 touchdowns, Kate, or maybe he just finds the end zone once like last week. And being the team-first guy he is, he'd be more than happy to end the game with just one touchdown pass, or maybe even no touchdown passes, so long as they get the win in the end.
180!
Running it now out of the gun. Well, maybe the rest of the game is going to be headed in the proper direction, Brock, but their first play winds up going backwards. And it's not just you quarterbacks, Brock Hewitt, who got to have short memories. You tell me this too, defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
They give it to him again. The second down run produces 7 before they bring him down.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid gain, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Dolphins bring out a 5th defensive back on 3rd. They'll throw, 3rd and long. Big strike downfield to Coleman. Into the red zone. Touchdown, Buffalo! The Bills take a 6-0 lead right away. Keon Coleman, the touchdown. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you can go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
Now it's Cameron Dicker on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Bills will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Dolphins, nothing.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Returning it from the 4. And this drive will start inside the 25. Well, here come the Dolphins as they get set for their debut series. And we'll get a chance to see someone still in the early stages of their career, this 3rd-year QB.
Some tough luck last week for this quarterback, Kate. 2 touchdowns, the 1 interception, and you just know the way it works. These coaches love to tell us they always think about the losses. They sting way more than the wins. It's the same thing with the quarterback. He's not thinking about the touchdowns. He's thinking about correcting that interception and knowing right here, that plays a clean ball.
And the stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield strike. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want in the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
And he takes it past midfield and starts the drive into Bills territory.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to third down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up fourth down. All right, partner, testing the perimeter early there. Coverage held up. Could be a tough day for those outside receivers to make an impact.
Okay, partner, testing you here. You've heard me say this a lot. Okay, coordinator's job is to get you man-to-man coverage, and your job is?
To win it. Don't want to punt from here, but too far for a field goal as well. They're going for it here.
70 Lions. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler. Ready.
They're going to throw for it on fourth. That's cut beyond the marker. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. That's going to be a 20-yard hit on fourth down, Brock. That keeps this drive moving. Now their opening drive certainly going according to plan, Brock. Gets a new set of downs at the 27.
Let's go, 80.
Running with Achane here out of the gun. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Tyler Newman with the tackle.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front seven.
Off the play fake, he'll throw. Complete out to the right. And able to get this down to the 15 before going out. They get 6 and a first down as well.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Now the shotgun, they'll give it to Achane. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Coming in the goal line. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into first and goal.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Pushing the pace right away to start the game. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. And he's in for the Miami touchdown. The Dolphins finish up their opening drive. Now it's Jake Bates for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Dolphins respond with 7 of their own to tie it here early. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Buffalo offense out there for their second drive of the contest. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3 and out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
To the air on first down. Here's Goff. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And the drive begins with a rough first step there. That's going to bring up second down.
Pretty even match in this first half, and you're just kind of waiting. Right? You just kind of try to get a feel for which defense is going to come to life. And when you get that sack, that could go a long way to infusing some energy on that side of the ball.
Out of the shotgun, Goff. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
I think those big old boxing gloves might have made a better catch and a better call than receiver gloves right there for that one. It is going to be a fight to hang on the ball, and we just saw physicality personified.
He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's brought down before the return gets far. Here comes Bryce Barringer to handle the 4th down punt. All right, Miami has its offense set, partner. Here comes 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Achane. This drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. That one felt kind of counterintuitive there, Brock. They load up the line with that extra blocking, and then the run goes out to the edge anyway.
That's right. You put 2 tight ends on the field, yeah, you can live with a stalemate. It's hard to move people in the NFL, but you do not want to go backwards.
Here's a throw. And he's sent out right after he makes that catch at the 40-yard line. So we're through 1 quarter of this AFC East contest. Both teams neck and neck so far. Back to Hard Rock Stadium right after this. Back for the start of quarter number 2. It's Dolphin football as we begin. They've got a first to begin the frame. Finds him over the middle. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line.
That's another Dolphin.
They keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10.
At the 47-yard line.
Throwing now out of the shotgun. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's got this one down to the enemy 35 before they force him out. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12. All set to go now from the 35.
Here we go, here we go.
He's going to throw it again. Completed over the middle. And they'll stand him up and sit him down at the line.
And the defense was all over that throw, able to stop it right at the line. They could smell that one coming, and they sniffed it out in a hurry.
Second and 10. Need something positive here.
Ready, ready?
Handoff running left. It's Achane. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. It's a gain of 12 on that one. And that is a Dolphins first down.
That's good for a Dolphins first down.
Let's go now.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Staying on the ground here with Achane. And they're going to have first and goal after he picked up a nice chunk there.
Danger, kid. Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
First and goal at the 8-yard line.
Going to the ground again on first. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on second and goal. Law sets him up at the 9-yard line. It's second and goal.
At the 9-yard line.
They're going play action. Brought in. And he takes it down to the 2, but no touchdown yet. He's out of bounds. 2 yards standing between this unit and 6. Here's third and goal. He'll look to throw. And it's incomplete on third and goal.
You know what that route is called, right, Kate? OTB. Over the ball. And those are the ones you've got to hit. You've got to be able to play offense from the inside out. Got to find a completion right there.
And he won't come through on fourth and goal. And he can't do it himself. He's stuck behind the line. We've got a turnover on downs. Now we've got the Bills offense headed back to the field. They're still in search of that first down of this game, Brock. Hoping to put together a drive and avoid calling on the punter again. On first down, they'll run. And he's not going to escape. They could not get the push they needed. That's going to be a safety.
Hey, you could just feel it, right? Right off the snap, you just got that sense at the line of scrimmage. When those big guys defensively win it right off the jump, right at the line of scrimmage down here at the goal line, Well, they've got a chance to put 2 points on their ledger. That's well done by those big boys defensively.
And they're going to get to him right along that midfield stripe, Brock, as he's sent out. The Dolphins ready for their next series. Let out on offense by their quarterback. And it's been such an incredible season for him. As we play our final month of football, he's leading the NFL in passing yards. And he's going to have this one down to the 28. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down. Now, the tempo with some hurry-up offense.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
First down, and they go right back to it. This is ahead for about 5. Christian Benford up to make that stop. First down run gets him 6, so now it is 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
60 Bison.
Looking in the air here. Finds a man right side. And he's got it inside the 15 before going out. That's a pickup of 9. And it's going to be first down Miami.
First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
70 Lions. 79 Broncos. Mustang 19. Ready.
From the red zone now. Rose caught. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line. So 2nd and 5 on deck as we've reached our 2-minute warning. It's the Dolphins with the lead here at Hard Rock. 5 still to go here. This is 2nd down. It's Achane on the inside again. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means 3rd down coming up. The Bills are going to go ahead and call their first time out. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call is going to be on 3rd down.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline, and his own.
Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins grow their lead just before halftime. All right, so this solid first half continues from Brock. They're into the end zone to extend their advantage.
And I think if you're a head coach, you've got to be very happy with the effort so far. You always preach about coming out strong. And they've been the ones dictating the tempo. As a result, they add to their lead.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. And he mishit this one badly. It's out of bounds short of the 40, and they're going to take over at that spot. Well, gotta imagine he's going to be headed to the kicking net after that one, right, partner? Work on how he's striking that football. That was a considerable miscue right there. Here's Goff on 1st and 10. Finds a seam down the middle. And he is inside the 20, down to the 19-yard line.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Working inside the red zone. Short pass brought in. And he's taken down as they very quickly get into 1st and goal.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, then go to work after.
Sampson. So some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. 2nd and goal coming up.
Behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 1. Brings up 2nd and goal at the 5-yard line.
Shotgun snap here to go. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Dalton Kincaid, the intended target. And that brings up 3rd and goal.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, well, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
Defense bringing in a 5th DB, 3rd and goal. From the gun, Goff. He's in trouble, and the Dolphins get him. And the defense are down away from completing this stand. It's 4th and goal.
Hey, I get it. You know, there are times as a decision-maker playing quarterback, you take a sack and you cut your losses. But when you get an opportunity in the red zone on 3rd down, You'd love to give your guy on the other end a chance because a touchdown, well, we know in the course of outcomes of games, so much more influential than settling for a field goal.
Now Cameron Dicker on to try the field goal. It's a 29-yard look right down the middle for him. Dicker connects there. And it's back to a one-score game now. The deficit is 6.
It's only 3 points, and they're going to still trail at halftime, but every little bit helps. And I'll tell you this as well. It also helps maybe later in the game. You got a fourth quarter clutch kick to have that confidence built. That's important.
So it goes for a touchback. Let's see what they decide to do with the time they've got remaining here.
35-yard line.
First and 10 now with all of 15 seconds left to utilize in this half. They'll come out throwing. Complete over the middle. And he's all the way across midfield down inside that 45-yard line. One play in, Brock, and this drive is already in enemy territory.
Here we go. Scoop.
Back to pass on first and 10. Fits it through the middle. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. All right, timeout taken by the offense. 5 seconds left, and they can take some points into the locker room on this final play of the half. Bates' kick is up and good. And that'll make it a 2-score game.
We know that most of these coaches really don't crack that big smile until they get that W with 60 minutes over, but I see a little sly smile on that coach's face because that's terrific execution. You work those situations to pay them off with points. They did just that.
And it looks like we're going to have time for one more play here, Brock, because this one goes for a touchback. All right, this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime.
Wait, 20.
Looking to throw. This final shot of the half will not connect. That falls incomplete. No time remaining in our first half. Well, the teams are ready. The fans are ready. Let's give the people what they came here for. We'll jump past halftime and get right back to the game. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. This return starts at the 5. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. And as we draw closer to that final week of the season, he's drawing closer to finishing the campaign as the NFL's leader in receptions.
Ready.
Second half begins with a run by A-Chain. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Working now from the gun. Brought in right side. And he's going to be persuaded out of bounds right at that 40-yard line. All set now. First and 10.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Let's go.
Pass play coming here. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. On the 40, here comes second and 10.
Brings up second and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Ready.
Here's A-Chain up the middle. He was unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on second down. Third down, line to gain 9 yards out.
Brings up third down and 9.
Bronco lady.
Air it out on third. And they're going to down him by contact as they've got enough for a new set of downs. This game has already been a good one for him, Gronk. And hey, there's still time he could add on even more.
And you just feel his aggressive mindset all game long. As long as there's time left, he's going to want to keep on firing and turn a good performance into a great one.
Running left. Here's A-Chain. And he's forced out of bounds after a gain of about 4 there. Second down.
At the 25-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5.
A-Chain again. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means third down coming up.
Job one of so many D tackles in this league is eat up space. Don't get moved off your spot. But the difference makers, they just not only eat the space, they eat those runners too.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Scoop.
To the air on 3rd and long. Caught quickly on the slant. And this spot is going to be close, but he does not have that first. They're going to face 4th and short. And that field goal unit is still on the sidelines. They are going for this.
Ready.
Trying for it, it's HM. And they come through to stay on the field. That is enough to set this offense up with a 1st and goal. And this is now a 100-yard game for him after that last carry. Man, what a strong day he's had running it for this offense. They'll try and punch it in. And he will take it in. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins grow the lead coming out of halftime. Dolphins leaving the offense out there as they try for a 2-point conversion.
65.
All right, they're going to throw for it. And he will get into the end zone. They go for 2, and that gives them a 3-score advantage.
Quarterback's best friend, big targets in the red zone. Not many guys can match up and defend someone like him, and no surprise, it went right to him for the conversion.
Fielded at the 7. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Bills offense all set for their next drive. They're running out of time to get this game into a more manageable spot, Brock. We've got a 3-score deficit, and we're in quarter number 3. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Off to the air now. And the Dolphins are going to get to him, and he is dropped. And after one play, this drive might already be in trouble. That's going to push him back for 2nd down. Goff. Catch made right side by Coleman. And he hangs on to that football, Brock, through a well-timed tackle. Nice gain. They're down to the 36.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about 2 things: separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks, that's the trust. And then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
Full quarter to go, but they feel like they got to make their move now. They are going for this. It's Goff on 4th down. That one's caught by Jefferson. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. Right call at the right time, Brock. Give him 9 and a successful conversion on 4.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, partner, from the 45. Out of the shotgun, Goff. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
There was almost no resistance offered against a rush that came off the line ready to maul anything in sight. It was all the QB could do to get rid of that before he gets absolutely clobbered.
On 2nd and 10, Goff. Brought in left side by Jefferson. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush your passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
And he's going to be touchdown as he gets him enough to pick up the 1st down. 3 quarters in the books from this one. It's not quite over yet, but it'd take a pretty miraculous comeback. We've got a 3-score game as we get set to start the 4th quarter. New set of downs for them. They'll start at the 38. On 1st down, it's Goff. Another one caught by Coleman. And he's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. Coming to the line, this is 1st and 10.
Another Bills 1st down. A gain of 21 yards.
Throwing again. Here's Goff. Has him on the quick hitter. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills get it back to within 2 possessions. Keon Coleman, the touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. Dicker tacks on the extra point. And the Bills cut the lead down to 10.
Bills 17.
That lead trimmed just a bit, down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. He's stopped on the run back at the 27. The Dolphins are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And he's been one of the best at leading an offense this season. As you can see, he's at second in the NFL right now in touchdown passes.
Ready?
The gun, they'll give it to him inside. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play. Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down.
Second and 9.
70 Timberwolves. Go.
Shotgun snap. They'll throw. He intercepts it. That is exactly what they needed. Roquan Smith with the pick. And the Bills have some new life in the fourth.
Okay, I think you could almost sense a little bit of a hesitant spark out there. Nobody is going to get too excited. You're still down 2 scores, but there's a little flash of hope, a little flash of optimism. The defense
and into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Keon Coleman, the touchdown. His third through the air this game. That one splits the uprights. And the Bills cut it to a field goal game. Raleigh set up and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Here's a return from the 7. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. The Dolphins send a running back, Devon Achane, getting back to work. And his production is carried over into this second half. He keeps on running well, even with the workload they placed upon him. Dolphins just about set up here. 1st and 10.
Let's go. Hawk 70. Hawk 70. Mustang 19. Check out.
Back to work after throwing the pick. They did it! He made the interception! Picked off by Tyler Newman. And the Bills have some new life in the fourth.
Not just a bad decision, Franklin. It really is a quarterback in this moment of the game. You got to know it's not a time to take a risk. Cannot be throwing out life preservers and giving that other team, your opponent, a chance like he just did.
Nick Sampson running out of the gun. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. Their dominance against this ground game rolls on, Brock. Add another stop to what's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
How many times do you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've heard from a defensive coordinator, job number 1 is?
Stop the run.
And they've been doing it.
180. That's it.
Throwing is gone. He's in trouble, and the Dolphins get him. And for the second straight play, Brock, they're headed the wrong way, and that's going to bring up a tough 3rd down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Thrown all the way to the end zone here. Intercepted in the end zone. Picked off by Kader Kohu. And the Dolphins will take over as this gets brought out to the 20-yard line.
Well, they're in danger of going back to somebody who's already done damage in this game. He makes himself, well, he's a top target, but he makes himself a priority for this defense to defend, and they jumped on that opportunity.
Tap the 60.
Shaking off the pick quickly. He's going to throw. He's going to loft this deep down the left sideline. And they took their shots, but unsuccessful on that first down throw. Swatted away by the defense.
I'll tell you what, Kate, challenging this guy in a close game, you are tempting fate. He got one hand on it. He gets 2. It could have gone the other way.
They'll try again from the 20 after the incompletion.
Set it. Bronco 80. Buffalo 18. Warriors 70. Ready.
They'll work against the blitz. Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete. And he's going to be sent out of bounds just after he crosses the 35. They've got first down here from the 36.
First and 10 at the 36-yard
Cowboy
line.
80. 70 Ranger. 70 Ranger. Panther 11. Panther 11.
They're going to try and throw it here. Oh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that's going to add some distance onto this upcoming third down.
An 11-yard loss on the play. Brings up third down.
Back. 70 Lions.
He's back to throw. He puts some air under it, deep down the left. Brought in, inside the 20. And he's finally down to put a stop to this one, but a notable chunk of yardage broken off with that gain. So a massive gain, and all of a sudden we've got first and 10 inside the red zone. Finds him over the middle. And he's able to get this down to the 13. The Bills are going to go ahead and call their first time out. They still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. Halfway to the marker, it's second and 5.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal, 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. Go!
Trying to throw this from the gun. Throws caught. He's close, but he is stout before he can get to that first down. Picks up 4. Buffalo calls it second time out of the half. Here comes play number 8 of the drive, third and 1.
Ready! Cougar 19.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. He's fighting all he can, but won't get that final yard. They're going to have fourth down coming up. Now the Bills use their third and final timeout. And this could be an issue the rest of the way with no way to stop this clock. Look at them, they don't want to surrender the lead or possession. The offense staying out there on 4. And they come through to stay on the field. That is enough to set this offense up with a first and goal.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Dragon 60. Ready?
Goal to go. It's a pass play. Cut near the goal line. And he's in for the Miami touchdown. The Dolphins parlay the interception into points. game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this two-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Fielded at the 7. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Possession switching back to Buffalo as their offense heads out. And they just saw that lead stretch out to a two-score margin now. Really makes this a must-score series late.
And Kate, you know I believe this. You can never play this game in a state of desperation, but a state of urgency got to be sky high right now.
Here's Goff on 1st and 10. Catch is made by Dylan Sampson. 30! Gets the 10! And he will score! Touchdown, Buffalo! The Bills make it a 4-point game here in the 4th. And he connects there, so now another kick from them. A field goal will tie this game in the 4th.
34. Bills 31.
Still some time left. Most of the 2 minutes remaining. They need to get this onside kick back. And the Dolphins get on that football. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. All right, Miami has its offense set, partner. Here comes 1st and 10.
Come on, set! Viking 18!
They're going to pass it here. Connects on the crosser. And they're going to get just inside that red zone on the big play down to the 19. They get 22 out of that play. And that is a Dolphins first down.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Once that quarterback broke the pocket, kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit, Kate. You got a couple choices. Keep it yourself or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
Oh, Broncos.
My haters, I wish them well. Get up on my level, I'm sending them straight to hell. We all in your city, your name ain't ringing.
We're back with the NFL on EA Sports. This one is just about to be decided. We'll get back to this one-possession game inside the 2-minute warning. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. He'll look to throw it. Pass caught, 9-yard line. That should clinch the win for the Dolphins. That's enough for a first down. This is the type of performance a former quarterback just like yourself, Brock, can marvel at. He's carried a great performance through much of this game. Even as the defense adjusted, tried to slow him down, none of it mattered.
I like the way you say that right there, Kate, because these moments the game does slow down. It is so fast on the field for the normal person, but when a QB's in a rhythm like this, the game is slow.
And that should just about do it, folks. They take it in for the touchdown, and that should lock up this win. Bates now for the point after. Extra point right down the middle. And the Dolphins make it a 10-point ball game.
41. Bills 31.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Return coming from the 6. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Bills set to take over offensively. This could be the decisive drive. Down 2 scores late. They've got to find some points to get it back within 1. Goff on 1st and 10. Short pass brought in. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And the Bills have a first down. Motioning the tight end now. And off to Simpson. And this one's going the wrong way. Nice win for that defense as they send it backwards.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11. At the
out of the shotgun, gone. And the Dolphins are going to get to him. He is dropped. Bills moving quickly now. They're in the hurry up. Throwing now. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
There's not a quarterback alive that enjoys throwing it away on 3rd down. But that's a good case right there of live to play another day. Live to play another series and don't put the ball in harm's way.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. And they get to him and haul him down. What a play. Forcing the sack, and that should just about put a bow on this one.
I think every analytics book out there, Kate said, you got to go for it. You're in 4-down territory, down a couple scores here in the 4th. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover or a stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback?
Sends this to the end zone. And it's incomplete. Kept the pedal down, though, the whole way. Still taking shots until the very last play. So it's fins up as